Okay, so this is part three in the real estate SEO series. Now, this one is pretty wild. So hang in there. I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to show you examples, and so let's start out right here. This is LinkedIn, and you can always check out my LinkedIn page under Edward Winslow. And this one here this is from a testimonial that I got in an email last night from Lev Mavashev, who is he sells apartment buildings in New York City, and he's probably the biggest apartment building broker in the city. And here's what he said. He said, Ed's work helped elevate our profile internationally and played a direct role in winning new assignments. He understands how to turn press and exclusive assignments into real business and outcomes. And, this is pretty neat. So I created this, I used ChatGPT actually to create this. It came out pretty good. And so I'm starting to get people to, I just posted this a little while ago and people are starting to like it. And, I just want to show you something pretty neat. So what I did was I tagged Lev and I tagged Bob. And what I'm doing is this is like an advertisement in a way for Lev. So and what I tried to do is I said right here, the reality is it's not about us, it's about the consumer. It's all about the customer. When they see proof stacked in the form of success, boom, trust is undeniable, right? And so what I'm doing is I want to capitalize on this, and I want to make it about me because I want people to trust me and do business with me. But what I'm doing is I'm bringing it back and saying, hey, wait a minute, it's not about me, it's about the consumer. And all I'm doing is helping Lev. Now, here is Lev's website right here. And you can see, so he's done, over 1,000 buildings. He's done 4 billion in sales. And so what we're doing is I'm going to show you a number of examples. Now, this is a press release that we submitted to one of our international sources. And, from an SEO perspective, I just want to go through a couple things. And one of the things that we did is in press releases are the top tier today. There are other sources other than there are, there are like high tier blogs and things like that. But press releases, they've worked wonders for us for a lot of reasons, because when when you push out a press release and it gets picked up by Google News and Bing News, it syndicates that content out to thousands of readers. And when your message is clear, and you're repeating the strategy over and over, we call it proof stacking. When you're stacking the proof over and over and over, the sources that see your content in the media, they start to write about you. And so all of a sudden you're distributing this all over the place. And then what you can do is you can take a screenshot of this and you can post this on your social media sites, your LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, and that kind of thing. So now you're getting a lot of mileage out of this strategy. So it's not just an SEO strategy, and it's an online, offline strategy, because that's really where real estate is. Real estate is not just online. It's a combination of the two. So what we're doing is we're utilizing the media as much as we can. Now, here's another one, because he did mention the international benefit. Here's the Manila Times. Okay. And this reaches Asia. Now, this one right here, this one is posting, we're targeting a sale of a property. And you can see what we're doing is, a sale of a property in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Okay. And we're using these strategies to get him the visibility that he needs. This also helps him in a huge way with his Google business profile. And you can see what we've done here. Like we've got, we use the links, here's a link to his homepage. Here's a link to, I believe this goes over to his LinkedIn page. So we're diversifying the links as much as we can. Then we go down here, and this right here, this is what's called citation optimization. It's a form of SEO that helps your Google business profile. And what we're doing is we're matching the name, address, and phone number as it exactly appears on your Google business profile. So this will help your Google business profile, and your Google business profile helps your website. So you can see how we're doing it. So we've got his website, we've got LinkedIn. So we're creating a whole network, right? And we're using words, you know, Alpha Realty, again, the brand name, which is really important. So let's move on to the next one. All right. This one here, Alpha Realty retained to sell 2 renovated multifamily buildings in Kips Bay and Hell's Kitchen. Okay, so we're going after that geographic thing again. Kips Bay, Hell's Kitchen, Manhattan. We're using the word Manhattan. Sell, retain to sell. Okay, so again, same strategy. We try and keep the images up here near the top. We want to make the of the page. Okay. All right. So let's go over to the next one. Okay. Again, here's another one. Same strategy. Alpha Realty in the headline, building their brand. That's because we want to build your brand, right? So what we're doing is Alpha Realty, multifamily, East Harlem, and then we're utilizing this one right here, 421 expiration. We're using the address in this one. So we're using as much data as we can to build the brand and tell the story so that when somebody sees this on Business Insider, it shows up on Google News, Bing News, Yahoo News. It's ranking all over the place. And you can see going back here, like, it's undeniable how this works, right? I mean, this is one of the top, apartment building brokers in the country. And what is he saying? He said, like, this is generating real business. So no matter where you are, whether you're selling $500,000 homes or you're selling $100 million investment properties, this strategy works. It's undeniable. Again, let's go over here. Let me see. Did we we talked about that one? We talked about, again, success stories. How do we create headlines, right? So if you look over here at BKRE, this is a really, really great site to look at, bkrea.com. Go to the success story page, and you're going to see how we create headlines that tell the story. You almost don't even really need to read the content. Everyone is unique because we don't want to duplicate anything. We want to capitalize on as many combinations. Like you see here, Bob sells a lot of development sites. So large scale Brooklyn development site sale, development site sale on the Upper East Side, 2 building development site sale. So you see how we're dressing up the word development site, commercial and development site sale in Nolita. So we're not duplicating the content. The content is very, very unique. And this is why this whole strategy works. And, the other thing, if you're a commercial broker, one of the things we do is, I didn't explain this, but we work with the brokerlist.com, and you can set up a free profile page over at the broker list. And when you set your blog up right, your success stories will automatically go to your profile page on the broker list, which links back to each corresponding page, which creates a nice SEO signal. And we're seeing that having a big impact. But again, as far as SEO goes, this really is the strategy. Okay, development site sale in Midtown East, mixed use development site sale in Williamsburg. We added the address in here because we're saying development site sale a lot. And it's like, well, we want to try and help Google so that they don't duplicate. Like the search engine, we don't want them looking at this and saying, well, what do I do with this one? You keep saying development site sale all over and over, even development site sale on the Upper East Side. Where do I position this? Well, we're going to also position it to rank on 63rd Street. Because a lot of people will search on their street or they'll search in their neighborhood. That's how because people get very, very deep into, themselves. That's what they want to know. They don't want to just know what's happening in their town or, they want to know in their neighborhood, even on their street, what is selling. And that's what people do and the more you can have that kind of visibility in your hyper local market. This is why, the one thing I talk about a lot is what we call the law of 1000, which is really focusing on these small markets, because there's so much business in just small markets that you don't have to go all over the place. Again, if you look at Bob Knackel, for example, he's the biggest broker in the country, but you can see so many of his properties are in the same area: 24th Street, 25th Street, 37th Street, 63rd Street, 57th Street. Now, a lot of these other ones that are coming in, they're coming in from people doing searches, or they're referrals from people that own property in his market that refer him. They might be partners in some of these other buildings. But again, here, if you look right here, 79th Street, 38th Street, and on and on. Now, let me just go over here. I'm going to go over to Seraphin Real Estate, and you can check this one out as well. Success stories. Success stories promoted by the media are the most powerful thing that I've ever seen. It's undeniable. There's no SEO voodoo. I hate that. I hate the SEO stuff when I can't see what's happening. And that's the one thing that's really, really nice about this whole model, is that it's very clear. You can convert all this stuff into handouts. You can use it in your presentations offline. You can use it in your conversations online. You can use this as a way to send links over to, as you build your email database. You can also, this is all such amazing social media content. So when you follow a strategy like this and you build and build and build, even if you're starting from zero, there are variations of this that you can work with. And this becomes your website becomes such a powerful foundation for your entire business, for one-on-one meetings, word of mouth, social media, email, video, and everything else. All right, let's go over here. And if you've been following the series, Now, here's another one. This one right here, you can see the same thing here. And you can look at, if we look at the content here, freestanding bank building, 1643 Post Road in downtown Fairfield. So we want to try and make sure that we're ranking for as many of these as possible. The real key to it is promotion with top tier press releases. By itself, this content is not, it doesn't always have super awesome trust, because there's nothing linking to it. So you need to, the more you can utilize the press to link over to these kind of pages, the better the results are going to be. But you can see how we do this, right? You've got your headline, you've got your sale details, right? You've got sale price, you've got numeric data, you actually have the buyer, and you have geographic information, the address, where it is near the metro train station. And then you have some other important factors, right? You have the train station, and it's got the address, downtown Fairfield shopping on the Post Road, Fairfield Theater Company, 70 Sanford Street. So important. Geographic keywords are the key to telling stories. And that's what we're doing here. This makes it very memorable. It makes the content so much more trustworthy. Nearby restaurants, right? You've got the address. You've got nearby hotels. I mean, this is real. You've got testimonial. Then you've got the frequently asked questions. The questions are so important because this helps the AI algorithms. And, let's just keep going. I'm going to show you one more. Let's see, success stories here. And again, you've probably seen me talk about Jennings, and, same strategy. Each headline is very, very strategic. And let's see, what else do we have? And this is the last one right here. Again, this is success stories. Okay, you can see what he's doing. Same strategy. Multi-bay industrial property sold in Medley, Miami. Industrial small bay warehouse property sold in Medley, Miami. Industrial property sale in Miami. Cold storage industrial set. So different kinds of industrial properties, like multi-bay, small bay, industrial, near the airport, cold storage, warehouse sale, multi-tenanted industrial sale in, another neighborhood. And okay, so and what he's doing right here is he's differentiating each by the address. So it's a signal that it's a very unique property. So anyway, so keep coming back. There's a lot of little parts to this. And click the link down below, subscribe to the channel. That would be amazing. And, come join us over in school, join our school group. And the exclusive listing pitch kit is going to change your life. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So thanks for watching. I hope if you've, hung out this far, I appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video.